More and more often, as the number of vassals grew and as their collective strength grew, Partia al-Eat found his nobles at odds with the members of his council. This was one such incident. The war that was so enthusiastically declared had run its course, it would seem. New lands gained for the Sultanate, distributed among its loyal vassals. Now comes the push for peace. The members of the council, however, were not of the same mind. Why seek peace now with our holdings split apart by imperial holdings? Why not push as we have done so many times in wars gone past? Some in the council insist that the Sultan must use his considerable influence to keep the war alive, while others see how it might offend the nobles, united in their demand for peace. Partia must, as always, take into consideration his nobles, his council, and his own strategy all at once, for he cannot risk hurting one for the benefit of the other. Hey everybody, it's Party Elite. Welcome back to another chapter of the Adventures of Partia al-Eat in Bannerlord. Rarely have the stars aligned in this way. Often the nobles and members of the council have made demands of their sultan that directly oppose his greater effort and strategy, almost as if to test him. Perhaps having navigated those perilous waters with tenacity have resulted in this very moment, where there is still some disagreement within the Sultanate, but it is by and large in accordance with what Partia believes to be the right decision. Perhaps after years of not seeing entirely eye to eye, his vassals have come to understand their liege and how he thinks, making demands at such opportunities that would guarantee their success. Whatever the case may be, the time for peace has come yet again, though calling it a time of peace is perhaps disingenuous. It is instead a time of preparation. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bannerlord. A time of preparation indeed. Many of you have spoken for, and many of you have spoken against the thinking of the end of last session, and that kind of tension and drama most certainly makes things interesting, I think. Let me know what you think, of course. But I think the ultimate call, again, based on what many of you have said and all the back and forth I've read, and of course the very real situation of this demand of making peace with the Western Empire and the cost it would have to our influence to deny that demand, I think the decision must be made to push for that peace, take what tribute we can for as long as we can, and then, yes, prepare for war against the Kazate. Now, perhaps I was a little unclear in my explanation during the previous chapter, but I don't intend to declare war on the Kazate immediately. The first step will be to bring garrisons from the safer lands, farther out west, for example, over to Poros to make sure that it becomes a bit of a bastion and stronghold, and again a forward operating base, and then we will declare war upon the Kazate, and that should, sorry, this isn't what I meant to do, that should help us, especially since we'll be able to take advantage of their current circumstances. Just as a reminder, war with the Battanians and the Western Empire. Now again, the concern does exist, and many of you have expressed it as well, that what happens if the Western Empire falters against the Kazate, and the Kazate simply grows stronger by taking territory away from the Western Empire. Yes, that is a concern. In some ways, I'm hoping that our war against the Kazate will draw or take some pressure off of the Western Empire as well, and basically put the Kazate in a position where they are, as a result of the multiple choices and the multiple fronts, they find themselves in a position of sort of paralysis through choice. Right? They'll have too many targets to strike at, they'll be uncertain of which to strike at first, which to prioritize, and as a result, they'll be splintered, and we can approach them and sort of tear them apart, each of us three acting as individual entities, but working together, without a formal alliance or agreement or anything like that. Obviously, it is not without its risks. Hassan Falk has gained a bit of a garrison, I believe, but I don't think it'll be, I don't think it's something we can call sizable. 181 defenders. We're not sure what how much of a militia it has on top of this 181. I believe this is just the garrison count, right? This doesn't include the militia as well. So hopefully Hassan Falk has something like 300 or so defenders, which should give it some longevity. Hopefully on top of that, us applying pressure from Poros, and of course the majority of the Kazate wars being on this side will mean that their armies are largely focused on this front over here, on the western front, if you will, rather than their southern front, I suppose this would be. And beyond that as well, let's not forget that the Western Empire did just recruit a bunch of mercenaries. And what I'm hoping is that those mercenaries weren't recruited just to help fight against us, but more so to help fight against the Kazate. So again, the Kazate do have their work cut out for them, I think. Hopefully. We'll find out, I suppose. We'll find out. Let's go ahead and manage the town over here. Nope, go to the keep. I always think manage town when I want to go to the garrison. We actually want to leave a bunch more troops behind at the garrison because, again, as y'all have rightfully pointed out, this is supposed to be the forward operating base. We're hoping to not have to fight anyone on the way back home, and instead we're hoping to actually store some of the higher tier soldiers at this holding over here at Poros, so that we can pick them up from over here when we need to, when we need to come back and pick them up. We also want to make sure that we're not full up, so that when we get back to, Charas and Thraktere Castle and things like that, we want to make sure we have room to pick up more soldiers, of course, so that we can bring them all over. So let's go ahead and drop off a lot of these higher tier soldiers. Anything that, if I happen to come across some looters or bandits or something like that, then I will happily train my my soldiers. But anybody that's not like the majority of our higher tier soldiers, I'm happy leaving behind over here, so we can maximize our recruitment drive. Right now, I don't know exactly how full up we'll be on our way back over, but I don't want to be in a position where I go, well, I really wish I'd left more people behind at Poros. You know what I mean? I would rather be in a position where I'm coming back to Poros with fewer than my maximum number, rather than coming back to Poros wishing I'd been able to recruit more or pick up more from, Charas and our Western holdings in general. So yeah, let's go ahead and drop you guys off as well. I think that's fair. That's about, that's a lot. I doubt we'll be able to fill ourselves up, fill our party up from that number. So I think we're good to move on with what we've got here. Just doing a quick once over, folks. I hope y'all don't mind. Keep our cavalry strength, keep some of our, infantry and archers as well. Obviously, it's not a significant number, but we are marching with our army still. So we should be okay. 177 defenders over here. I think what I also need to be prepared for is the potential that war with the Kazate begins before I am ready for it. It's very possible that our nobles will push for that war, or that the Kazate will declare a war upon us. Anything is possible, right? Anything is possible. So I want to make sure that Poros isn't left completely undefended should that come to pass. We want to make sure that we are actually able to hold on to Poros, because one of the worst things that could happen is that it does drop to somebody else before we're able to secure our foothold, as it were. Yeah, I think we're good. Done here. Big garrison. I really hope that I'm able to hold on to Poros. If of the choices, if I'm not one of them, I don't even know. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. All right. I do believe, actually, I need to check. What kind of prisoners do I have with me? Kazate horse archers, Kazate lancers. I do need to recruit a few of you because we are over our limit here. The game did not warn us. All right, done there. Let's go ahead and hit up the keep, go to the dungeon, manage the prisoners. Milosh over here, could ransom him, make a little bit of money. We're about to push for peace anyway, right? I mean, again, like, him being a prisoner right now might be part of the tribute, like, might be influencing how much of a tribute we're getting, so maybe we don't release him in that way. I wish I knew with absolute certainty. Now, let's leave these Sea Raider chiefs behind. Let's leave behind these mercenary swordsmen. Some of these militia. Honestly, I wish the militia were easier to turn into actual fighting soldiers. Oh, we're way overboard in terms of how many prisoners I can pull around with me. All right, that sounds good. They'll slow us down a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. And again, I'd better be able to hold on to Poros for myself. All right, we're done here, and let's go ahead and... Now again, the option is there to try and push for Annika Castle, but this decision for making peace is just over a day. It's not enough time for us to actually take another holding, there's no point in keeping this war going unless we're going to get something out of it. And right now, at least, we're going to get a tribute. Now, many of you have said that the tribute is still guaranteed. It doesn't make sense for us not to get the tribute just because others have pushed it. I agree, it doesn't make sense. However, it isn't communicated on this screen, which is really quite well, it needs to be changed. That needs to be fixed. But anyway, Guzid pushes for the peace. Wow, look at that. Everybody is with him. Even Tovir from beyond the veil. Even Tovir. Kalatild, Aldhan, Hekard, Lek putting in so much influence. They really want this peace. The council as well really wants this peace. Of course, there was some disagreement in the greater council, we should call it, I think, the comment section. I saw a lot of back and forth. But I think, yes, if we were to say no, 1,000 influence. 1,000 influence. And if they ask for that peace immediately afterwards, I wouldn't be able to say no, and I'd be out 1,000 influence. It is important to know when influence must be preserved and when it should be spent. It must be preserved at this point. Peace? Time to make peace? Yes, let's do it. Yes. I don't know what I'm thinking about. I don't know what I'm contemplating. Let's do it. Time for peace. 8 of the Wolfskins has been freed. Okay, Lek has been freed. Okay, good stuff. These are all ours who have been freed. We also have... I can't hit return over here. I wanted to see how many we let go. But let's take a quick look at our diplomacy screen here. Western Empire. Oh my god, look at that. That is a proper tribute. That is a proper tribute. I cannot wait to see the how long this will go until they decide they've had enough and they'll declare war again. I don't think it'll be anytime soon because of course they are currently preoccupied. But this is great. This is great. Northern Empire and Southern Empire continue to pay tribute as well. Valandia has their tribute as well. This is great. We're making 2,000, we got 600, 200, and let's say 250. Let's round down 250. So that's 850, 28, 29, 20 we're making. We're just short of 3k in tributes. That's awesome. Now, war against the Kazate. Look at that. Look at that tribute we've been paying. Much less than what they'd initially demanded. I'm still very happy with how that war went. There's no support for this war declaration just quite yet, but we might push it through anyway. Who, if any, among them? There's some support for war against the Battanians. I don't think that's the right call. Now, again, they are also strong, but a united offense, I think, is needed against the Kazate to tear them apart and weaken them. Because though the Battanians are strong, they are weaker than us. And I feel like they're a lot more contained as well. I just feel like they'll be easier to take care of. Oh my, look at the number of enemies Caladog has here. Yikes. The other thing I want to do, and I want to keep an eye on, is of course the opportunity to recruit any other nobles who might be willing to join us, be they from the Western Empire or for the Kazate or Battanians, wherever they're from. I would like them to join me. So to make sure that I'm able to keep up with them, I will, I think, disband my army over here. That will allow the various parties to go around, pick up some recruits, drop off soldiers at Thorios Castle. They obviously won't add to the garrison at Poros. They might pick stuff up down over here as well, like recruits and stuff like that, which is all good. Yeah, I think I will, everybody except for Ottawa, because it's just like, I don't know if the game just wants to pull at my heartstrings or what it is, but I think we'll keep Ottawa by our side. We'll ride together, keep her safe. Now, another thing I can do is I can give some of my high-tier soldiers off to Dorian and Najun and all that stuff. We're not going to do that. We're going to store everybody at Poros, and then we'll reorganize things if necessary. They can all pick up their recruits and train them as well. I'm perfectly cool with them spending some time training their soldiers. I think it's necessary, and so I will leave them to their own devices. Over here, this should help us pick up our pace significantly as we ride out. We'll go to Annika. Well, we'll travel this way. Annika, Dracutis. We could hit up Zionica, make some sales and whatnot as well. We've gained Jelmaris as well in this war. Let's not forget. Like, it was a successful war. Yes, we've left, we have our nation a little divided, but it's not the end of the world. It really isn't. So yeah, we'll go back, we'll pick up some soldiers. I wonder if I want to go to Aristochorus Castle. I can't remember the quality of the garrison here, and it is definitely out of our way. Might not. Maybe on the way back. Maybe on the way back. If we haven't picked up enough from elsewhere. Achios. Who are you? Vaguely... I feel like we spoke to him and he said no last session, didn't he? Well, we could try it again. Owner of Poros. I had better be able to give it to myself here. Time to decide. Suppose I shouldn't be surprised. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. This is troubling. We don't have to make a decision right now. Like, I guess peace with the West... Like, my thinking was I could wait for peace with the Western Empire, see my options first, and then make a call. Unfortunately, I had faith where perhaps I shouldn't have had faith, and now I'm left in this position. What I could do is I could declare an immediate and temporary war against the Aserai, see if I can't gain Lycaron as my forward operating base, a bit more centralized, I suppose. Still a city of 3 fronts over here. And then we would have to go all the way back to Charas and pick up our soldiers and drop them off over here. Again, it's just not an option to give it to myself, which, I mean, fair enough. This guy's probably going to get away from me, and you know what? We probably need to reform our army right away if we're going to go ahead and declare this war against the Aserai. War against the Aserai makes sense rather than war against the Kazate, because war against the Aserai will be short. Whether it gets immediately resolved or gets prolonged between Lycaron and Gauss Castle, it will at least be short compared to a war against the Kazate, where they will constantly be asking us for a significant tribute. At least that's my thinking. Is it actually going to work out like that? Probably not, knowing my luck and literally seeing my luck in action over here. Probably not. Now, unfortunately, we're going to have to spend some influence reforming this army. I really should have known that this ultimate betrayal was going to happen. I don't know why I had this sense of confidence and assurance that things will be fine. Of course they wouldn't be. Of course they wouldn't be. Now, again, I don't have to immediately dive into this war, but I'm not going to leave that garrison behind and let, whoever takes charge of Porus take control of that entire garrison. And all the prisoners as well. Oh God. It had to be this way, didn't it? It just had to be this way. These guys are all still nearby. You're all nearby still. It's not that expensive for my influence, but... oh, man. Here I thought I was finally seeing eye to eye with my vassals. Here I thought we were finally on the same page. Zed is 4 hours away, that's fine. Yeah, this should be enough to defeat the Aserai. Hopefully we'll be able to declare that war without it costing us too much influence. Really, I'm shocked, but I'm not surprised. Does that make sense? I'm shocked, but I'm not surprised. Go, Achios. Go. God. God damn. Can't even. Go ahead and pick everybody up. Fine. Funny that doesn't give me a warning. Manage the garrison. Do I want to pick everybody up? I forget now. Because there are some recruits and stuff that I don't want. Alright, let's see. Hardened crossbowmen. Yan. Rosnik champions. Darkhan. Sea Raider chief. Yan champions. Marksmen. Master archer sharpshooters. Swordsmen sergeants. Legionaries. Palace guard. Yep. Yep. The rest I could probably leave behind. Well, actually, I'd pick these guys up as well. Yeah, sure. The rest we can leave behind. I'm gonna have to rearrange my my list here now, aren't I? Because that's obviously reshuffled everything. Because when you add a new type of unit, it just adds them to the bottom. Not the end of the world. At least they're all together, I suppose. Okay, fair enough. You know what? I'm not gonna do that right now. Leave 23 soldiers in. That's fine. Let me just check my prisoner count over here. Can't do it from this screen, obviously. Why would I be able to? Prisoners, yeah, we've got room for more if necessary. Man. Shouldn't be surprised. Very well, let's give it to somebody else then. And then hopefully they'll drop some soldiers off over here as we declare war on the Aserai. It needs to be a quick war. It has to be a fast war because, again, there is this opportunity against the Kazate that I have to take advantage of, that I want to take advantage of, but I just don't know if I'll be able to. Made peace, okay. New owner of Poros is being decided. Yes, let's resolve it right away. Kalatild. She's pushing hard, isn't she? Lek over here, maybe. Again, I wanted to give him more stuff up north. Abolitos is pushing. He's already the owner of Jelmaris. Makes sense to give it to him. Nobody else has spoken in support of anybody. So it's everyone for themselves over here. The council is torn between Lek and Kalatild. Kalatild already holds so much. Lek, I mean, geez, if you could just wait until war against the Battanians. And I know, it's a bummer. I'd like to hold on to cities myself as well, but with this, I can't hold on to cities myself. I see that a lot in the comments as well. It's like, oh yeah, you should just hold on to the cities and give castles to others. Well, it's not up to me. It isn't up to me, right? I would like to give it to Abolitos. But I should probably give it to Lek. Kalatild already has so much. Thorios Castle, Jamaye Castle, Razi. No, she gained Thorios Castle for herself. She definitely has full rights to that. Lek, buddy, fine, you can have this. He hasn't been rewarded in a while. Just don't like the border gore. I'm glad I can't actually visually see it. It's just in my mind's eye, but we can't actually visually see it. So Lek gets Poros. I picked up the garrison. I picked up the prisoners. Well, you know what I need to do? I still need to. Manage town. Fatid is no longer here. There he is, Fatid. Let's speak. We haven't seen each other in ever. I don't think I know you. Peace to you, stranger. Man, that still hurts. My name is Partias, sir. May I ask your name? I wish one of these options were, was like a, you don't recognize me, man? Of course you don't recognize me. I am Fatid of the Eshkas. I know your name. I hear you took Poros. Good work. There's much more than that. What is the state of my town? We're having some problems, my lord. The merchants say business is slow and many goods are in short supply. Is there anything else? Yeah, join my party, man. Something I'd like to discuss? I want you to join my party. Proposal that may benefit us both. I guess I could give him a gift, right? Join my party. I will be honored. See you outside. So weird. Such a strange conversation. Ulcha, I think I've already checked on him, right? He's not worth speaking to. Yeah, he's a member of the ruling clan there. Okay, so that's done. It's also been suggested that I send Anjikin the Swift out from here on in a trade caravan. I'm thinking I'll do that from whatever we can conquer from the Aserai, because I don't want to wait here until she arrives and becomes the governor like we had to do with Fatid. So we'll do that where we move to next. It'll be close enough, right? It'll be close enough, right? Done here. Are we done here? I'm just like checking all the boxes in my head. I apologize, folks, if it's taking me a little bit longer than ideal. We've done the garrison. We've done the governor stuff. We've done the prisoners. Trade route we'll talk about afterwards. I don't want to establish a workshop over here because if war comes and Poros falls, I'll lose it, so I don't want to deal with that. I think we're good to hand it over. Yeah, I think so. Well, before we do, I do want to equip, before I equip him, I do want to take a look at Fatid. We've talked about this for some time now. And in fact, there are quite a few people who are able to level up, myself included. Let's take a look at this. So, two-handed, show of strength, increased knockdown chance by two-handed weapons by 30%. Infantry troops are cheaper to recruit, not bad. Baptized in blood. Troops in the formation you are leading gain 5 experience for each enemy you killed. Oh, dude, that's great. Also, all melee infantry troops in your party gain 5% more XP after battle. I think baptized in blood might be the way to go. Think about our like bloody beginnings and stuff, and our revolution and rebellion and things like that, right? Let's go with baptized in blood for that. Okay, sounds good. And we also have our charm over here. Again, neither of these really make a difference, so I don't really care. We have that focus point as well. I'll figure it out later, whatever. It's not like, I don't know, man. I could, you know, we've been using two-handed a lot more. I'm gonna go ahead and say we maybe put our focus point into this. Interesting stuff down over here. Shifting from being, like we've already stacked up all the focus over here. I could also focus more on tactics. I believe a lot of these have been implemented now. +1 troops join you when fighting in hideouts. Horde leader, +10 to party size. Oh, okay, that's not bad. Lawkeeper, more damage in simulations. Coaching, damage in simulations. Decrease disorganized time. No morale penalty for disorganized state in battles. It's not bad. Call to arms. Oh, parties that you've called to your army move 10% faster while moving to your army. That's pretty impressive. Interesting, interesting. Make them pay. 25% damage versus siege defender siege engines. 20% attrition against besieger siege engines. Okay, that's only if engineer or governor. Well, there's some interesting stuff in here for sure. Pre-battle maneuvers. Interesting. It's all about, yeah, again, tactics is all about simulation. You know, I'm going to go ahead with two-handed just to reflect our newly created, our newly forged weapon and our proficiency with it. Go ahead and focus on that. Why not? Let's spread the love a little bit, right? I mean, yeah, tactics would have made sense too, but let's spread the love a little bit. Same thing goes for smithing. Yeah, I could have done that, but not the end of the world. Alia has 5 focus points and a free attribute. Okay, let's go ahead and work on this a little bit here. Scouting for sure. I think we could stack up those focus points. She's been a good scout for us so far. Why, you know, why stop that? Question is, do I stack it all there or do I spread it out a little bit? Giving her some more smithing will allow her to train faster as well, so that is top of mind for me. Athletics isn't bad for siege battles. Scouting, though, I definitely want that learning rate to be capitalized on. Her skill with her bow, we could improve as well. It's got a lot of room to learn still. And as far as her riding skill over here, we could give her well strapped. Increase your mount hit points by 20%. Yeah. Mounted troops in your party gain plus 10% hit points to mounts as well. Just prevent her and her soldiers from dropping as easily, I think is not a bad idea. One more step for scouting, why not? Let's just go all the way here, right? Have her learning faster, we can take advantage of that faster, and actually pump up her cunning as well, I think, because that will help the learning rate here too, just by a little bit. And it pushes that learning cap up as well. Properly training her to be an outrider, right? 2 more focus points. I'm going to go ahead and say a little bit on smithing. Oh, see, that does nothing is the problem. Until I add a second one as well, right? Until I add a second one, which adds a little bit of room over here. I mean, I guess we could use that to level her up, then get the next focus points elsewhere, because at least she still has some learning to do across the board here. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. You are armed with a bow, right? You are armed with a bow, I'm pretty sure. Okay, that's Alia done. Leotold over here has a focus point. Leotold the Smith is his name, and the Smith he shall be. And he's also got Practical Smith. Stamina spent for smithing is halved. Interesting. Or Artisan Smith. Trade penalty while selling smithed weapons is halved. Ooh. I'm going to go with Practical Smith. Stamina spent for smithing is halved. I think that might be better. Go for it. And then the Teeth up over here. Oh man. Much like Alia was, he's got nothing. He's got nothing. What do we make him? Our engineer, perhaps? Perhaps. Oh god. It's almost a terrible idea to bring him into our party because he's like guaranteed to die, you know? Like guaranteed to die. What's left? Oh, my charm. That's fine. Alright, done here. Decisions made. Let's go ahead and make sure that, first of all, Alia, she is, yes, fighting from range. Good stuff. She is with our horse archers, I believe, right? Yep. And Fatid. Let's maybe do the same with you. There you are. Have you ride side by side with Alia. Make you a horse archer as well. Engineer stays back. Fights from a safe distance. Yeah, that seems right. Alright, fair enough. Let's go ahead and take a look at your equipment, though. That's the last thing I really wanted to do before we left. I know a lot of character and town management this session, folks, but I mean, it is an RPG after all. It's part of the game. It is part of the game. Fatid, let's see. I mean, he's got an alright shield, it looks like. That's not a bad shield. And a narrow sword. We could definitely give him a better sword. Give him one of the merchant's blades. We don't want him to be front line with his sword, though. I do like the slightly ridged Flissa. It's a pretty good weapon. Not mistaken, I use it myself. Yeah, we can stick with that. Let's go ahead and get you a bow as well. You know what? I do regret selling off that crossbow. There was a comment that mentioned the crossbow that I sold off that could have been used rather well with the right person. Well, it's not like he'd be able to use it right off the bat anyway. And in fact, it doesn't look like he can use anything but some of these crap bows to start with. That's not so ideal. Do you have a bow we could buy? It's not bad. A step bow? Sure. Sure, that'll be his stepping stone into bowmanship. There you go. And let's get him some bodkin arrows, or perhaps do we have range arrows? Bodkin, barbed. No, I guess not. Oh, let's do the bodkins then. Alright, fair enough. Keep your distance, buddy. Now, his horse actually has a chain horse harness as well. Not the best armor, but it's something better than nothing. We do have step half-barding here, which is not as good. Oh, wow. Okay, you know what? He's not got a bad horse. He's not got a bad horse. In fact, it is a pure blood as well. Alright, good stuff. Good for you. Let's go ahead and get you some better armor, though, shall we? And again, we can sell them some of our merchant's banes and things like that. We do have this 46 armor. Pop that on you. Looks good, looks good. Pop this on you as well. Yep, let's do it. Not a bad look. What about your actual armor here? Imperial stitched. Yeah, Imperial stitched leather, sure. Again, we want to balance his like speed with his protection, right? We also want to make sure he's able to get away in a troubling situation. Good armor on there. Good stuff, good stuff. Splint boots. Those are definitely better shoes. And these might all be temporary, right? We might get him something even nicer at the next town over, but I don't want him to die between now and then. Alright, we're looking... Oh, you know what? I guess that's that. I guess that's him properly equipped up. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff, buddy. Paying a significant amount there, so let's go ahead and see if there aren't any of the cheaper merchant's banes over here, because we do have some of the cheaper ones. Something that slipped my mind, actually. 41 831. Is there anything else we can buy off you? Jewelry? Sure. And that will allow us to sell this one. Done. They have 500 left over. We're actually making a profit over here. Fair enough. What else could I drop off over here? Anything we could sell for a profit? Some silver ore. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Oh my god, that price drops like right away. It falls off a cliff there. Wild. And by the way, I think I was asked why I have so much fur, or what was it? If I have a lot of a thing right now, it's just because I've been picking it up wherever it's cheap, and I just haven't had spots where it will sell where it is well above its average pricing, like where this number is red. That's what I wait for when I try to sell something. We can get rid of some of our food. 63 days of food, yeah, we'll be okay. And I obviously don't want to get rid of like raw crafting material and stuff. Alright, we're done here, I think. Bear doesn't have enough money, am I sure? No, I'm not sure. Right. There. Done. Good stuff. And what I probably should do is enter the smithy and see if we aren't able to... Amazing. Smith. Beautiful. I don't recall resting here, but you know what? If I've got it, I've got it. What I probably want to do is first refine some fine steel. Yeah, we've got everything we need for it. We need some more charcoal. I believe Alia is able to get us the most charcoal, so she'll go ahead and produce that. We need hardwood. Oh, wow, wild. Okay, hang on a second. I didn't even realize we were so low on hardwood. Do these guys have any over here? They don't. Oh, no. Okay. Well, it's not the end of the world. We can obviously like... Because again, forging anything costs charcoal. So Leotold, go ahead and get you working on some two-handed swords over here. Where is the... Ooh. Hang on. The War Razor Blade, 3.9 cutting per swing damage factor versus 4.1. This should be more damaging. Again, just as a reminder, the Merchant's Blades are a series of weapons, not just one specific weapon, but a series of weapons. Oh, it's pretty cool that this actually ups hand armor. I didn't notice that before. Let's make it fancy like this. Or go with this, because it's not eating up any fine steel. Alright. Again, we're experimenting here. I don't know if this will actually be worth more or less, but a little bit of experimentation, right? Wing, thrust, let's see, 58, 57. Okay, that's not good. 58 and 132. 57 and 134. 58 and 134. Okay, so far the steel-bound southern two-handed grip looks like the right call. I think we might go with the steel-bound southern two-handed grip here. Certainly a very different looking weapon than the previous ones, right? Let's go ahead and get that beautiful end piece over here as well. Oh, look at that. And it is a two-handed sword. I really hope this is the right call over here. What a beast of a weapon, though. Leotold, you should be able to make quite a few of these since it doesn't eat up fine steel, so that's good. I'm glad I checked. That's all because of the blade. All because of the blade. 57, 138. This should be worth more. Hopefully. That's usually, damage is usually what calculates it. So, go ahead and forge away as long as he forges them well. And again, his fatigue should drop at a lower rate. Two-handed sword. Yeah, let's do it. The merchant's blades. Oh, look at that. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. Leotold gained a level. Good for you, buddy. It is eating some Thamaskene steel, though, which is also hard to come across. I believe that's probably because of this. Yeah, it's because of the blade here. Okay, not a problem. Forge another one of these. His skill is pretty good. It's up there. New part unlocked. We're not going to switch it here. Stamina's still up there. Okay, we can make one more of these. Go for it. Let's see the numbers. Okay, fair enough. And now... Ooh, sickle blade. Not one of these. Now we can turn our attention to maybe this 42 and 113. Now, we'll go back to the War Razor blade over here and use up our fine steel. Yes, forge that. Another one of our merchant's blades completed. Good stuff. How much stamina do you have? 28, eh? Okay, so over to Partia. Go ahead and refine some fine steel. There we go. Back to Leotold. Forge. Yeah, two-handed sword. Good stuff, good stuff. Another one of the merchant's blades done. Another level gained. He cannot forge anymore. Cool, that's exactly what I wanted. And then I wanted to get over to Fatid, who will make some javelins. Because that way, he'll be trained as well, and he'll be able to skill up a little bit. 2.5, 2.2, 2, 2. Okay, cool. So this is the tip. We can put this on the end. Adds weapon reach. Don't know how much of a difference that'll make. The tree branch and the mahogany javelin shaft. Again, those are the big ones. 110, 105. So we go with the mahogany javelin shaft, of course. And then here we still are not able to do any of these. A little bit of charcoal, a little bit of hardwood. Oh man, we're out of wood. We're out of wood. This is it. We have to go and buy wood. I guess we travel north for that. Fatid. Time to learn. Oh. Everything's right. It is a javelin. Yep. Alright, good. The way I picture this is it's bonding time between myself and Fatid, and this is an opportunity to tell him all the stories, where the merchant's blades come from, what the merchant's bane means, talk to him about our adventures and our interesting past. 52 skill points in smithing. 52. That's ridiculous. I love it. Let's see if that was any good, though. Yeah, we can't do anything else without... We can do some stuff, but it's fine. It's fine. We have enough. We're carrying enough. Let's move on and do something else. I do want to see, though. I do want to see what... maybe I should have let Alia do a little bit of smithing instead. The melee weapons, the merchant's blades over here. These are the razors. Oh, there. Yeah, you see, these are actually worth the same. They're actually worth the same. Okay, interesting. So the War Razor ones, oh, I see what's going on. This War Razor Merchant's Blade must be the one that had the extra, like the boosted stats, like the one green stat while forging. But otherwise, it looks like consistently the new blade type is definitely worth more. Fair enough. And then let's take a look at our Merchant's Banes over here. I wish I could see the order we got them in. I would assume... You know what? Fatid might have actually done a good job. I don't know if this one's new or old, but we'll just say he did a good job. Why not? Right? Makes him feel better. Good stuff. Now, hopefully we can sell them. We can find someone who can afford to buy them, right? Leotold over here leveled up his smithing. Master Smith character has 10% chance to create a masterwork weapon if difficulty requirements are met. That is dope. All right. Sounds good to me. Do it. And then finally, Enduring Smith immediately increases endurance by 1, or Fencer Smith. Immediately add 1 focus point to one-handed and two-handed. Ooh, okay. I think Enduring Smith is more fitting. I think Enduring Smith is more him. You know? Increases endurance by 1. It'll help his smithing learning rate and stuff go up because endurance going up by 1 should help. It should. So Enduring Smith immediately increases endurance by 1, goes from 6 to not 7. Yeah, I don't know if that must be broken. Gotta be broken. We do have an attribute point though, and I will spend that on endurance because I do want, well, it doesn't increase the limit, but it increases the learning rate, I suppose. Was it a waste? Maybe, but I don't mind him improving his riding and athletic skills as well for survival during battle. And I think we can improve his two-handed skills too over here. Drop a focus point there. We have 1 more focus point. Where does it go? Throwing weapons, I suppose. He's already got a lot of room to learn over here. It tells me that he's not really using his throwing weapons all that much. Maybe we preserve that for later. Just because I see no value in anything else immediately. Maybe riding. You know what? I say we hold on to it for now. And then Fatid, 6 focus points. 52 on the smithing. Efficient Iron Maker. We already have an Efficient Charcoal Maker, so Efficient Iron Maker. Character can produce crude iron more efficiently by obtaining 3 units of crude iron from 1 unit of iron ore. And then over here, Steel Maker. Refine 2 units of iron into 1 unit of steel. Or increase the rate of learning. Now, let's go with Steel Maker here. Your focus points and your attribute. What to do with you. We said Engineer, right? Go ahead and pump a little bit into engineering. We're also going to help with your bow skill. Again, bow and crossbow are different. I'm going to help with the bow skill. And your riding skill. Because again, these are things that we will hopefully see get used immediately and consistently and allow him to level up a bit faster. Smithing, again, we'd have to stack focus points on here to buy him some more learning opportunities. Let's go ahead and help his intelligence down over here as well with his free attribute point. That'll help with the engineering skill. And again, he'll be our engineer right off the bat. So any sieges we have, he'll be in charge and he'll learn. We done here? I think we're done here. Lots of commitments being made this session. Over to our clan screen. Over to our party. I am the quartermaster. Fatid is the engineer. Good stuff. I still have room for 2 companions. Still have room for 2 companions. I wonder if I should pick them up right now and equip them and stuff as well. You know what? I think we move on for now. Yes, there are opportunities. Potentially, worthwhile opportunities. But I feel like gut feeling, I feel like we can wait. Oh man, this guy's young as well though. Dumat the Lucky. Good tactics. But what are we going to do with him? Train his stewardship as well, and then I say we wait. We've got Fatid. Let's train Fatid. I say we wait. Recruit these hired blades over here. Do I have room in my party? I do not. That's fine. We leave them as the garrison over here. Over to the keep, manage the garrison, and drop off those hired blades. And they're not terrible. Yeah, fine. It's fine. That's why I recruited them. We leave them here. Done. Done. Back to town center. We leave. We head north, right? Garrison of 33, militia of 5. We step out. The reason why we're stepping out is so that we can give it to somebody. We step back in. People will drop off soldiers. Owner of Poros. Make that decision now. It goes to Lek. Again, despite the border gore and all that, he owns Ox Hall. It's fine. He deserves it. Calatilde already holds way too much. Vagaroving, I hope you all are pleased. Yeah, I had such a clean plan. I had such a clean strategy. But of course, it's not how the world works. Despite his council's opposition. It wasn't opposition. It was an even split. It's... trying to make me feel bad. It's against my own will as well, honestly. It's not exactly what I wanted. Back to Poros. People are dropping off troops. Excellent. We're looking at a garrison of... Where are we? That's my party. That's my army, rather. 59 and 5 militia. Sure, it's not a lot, but, you know, it'll do the trick for now. Let's make our way up. Words like Charon. Unki thought he could flee up north and find some safety and security, but unfortunately, the Ashkas continue to expand their holds. That includes traveling to Lycaron. It is weird, by the way, being back here at, like, Poros and next to the training field and all that. It's definitely a very strange feeling. Let's move on. It's also weird just being in one spot for basically the entirety of this session so far. But it was necessary. There was so much going on back at Poros. There was so much going on back at Poros. More recruits here. Again, all low tier, but they'll have an opportunity to train at this, in this way. Died of old age, died of old age. No worries, no worries. Alia continues to improve her scouting. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. I do want to see what our finances are looking like in terms of money made. There it is, 5,600. All those tributes coming in, right? Ulman of the Kazate has escaped. Someone from the Southern Empire has escaped. Fair enough. No soldiers here for us. I could have been trading en route as well, but I don't think it's necessary. Don't think it's necessary. Up to Lycaron. What's going on with our party? People leveling up, perhaps? Prisoners willing to join us. I think leave them be for now. We are almost at our limit. So fine, let's go ahead and pick up this recruit and this trained archer. And sure, the Sea Raider as well, why not? Now we're at our limit. Alright, up to Lycaron. Ooh, Ira over here. Can't even search. There you go. Not the person in charge. Patir is, and I'm pretty sure he's the ruler, so there's not much we can do over there. Man, these guys, I wish, honestly, if they didn't have so many friends, I would, I'm like, this is the closest I've come to wanting to execute somebody. Because I don't want to lose relations with everybody, but they've just been annoying to deal with, constantly. Alright, up to Lycaron. Ooh. Lycaron is the leader of Ostikos. Alright, let's see if we can't speak to him. Going for that interception down over here. We're not at war, so not like he's going to try and run away from me. It would be an easy conversation to have. A conversation to have. Whether it's fruitful. Oh, he's the Emperor. Partia. Unless you have something worthwhile to say, go pour your poison into someone else's ear. I'm here to deliver you my demands. No, I'll leave now. I hear you took Poros. Yeah, I would imagine you heard that. I completely turned a blind eye to the fact that he was the actual ruler. Yikes. Who else? Oh, the Northern Empire only has these guys. Okay, fair enough. It's the Northern Empire, right? Not the Western. I must leave now. Oh, you Imperials. Your haphazard sense of organization. Only 293 defenders up over here? Are you kidding me? Well, this will be an easy take. Oh, I should get ahead of myself. Pick up a bunch of recruits. Good stuff. We can trade over here as well. Oh, hang on a second. I didn't notice this before. People look malnourished and buildings are poorly maintained. You hear some complaints about prices, shortages, and greedy merchants, but no more than normal. Well, they got food. They got food and stuff. But anyway, let's see. Recruit troops. No options. Trade. Pick up all their food is what I'm thinking. Where are we? Miscellaneous. They got a lot of grain here. Yep, don't mind if I do. They do have some hardwood. Don't mind if I do. I kind of need that. You can buy your silver ore as well. It's pretty cheap over here. Buy all your linen. Lots of goods here. Lots of hides here as well. Pretty cheap. I have there it is, 500 hides. Why do I have 500 hides? Because it's always cheap, and I haven't gone to a place where I can sell it at a decent enough profit yet. That's why. That's why. Why is all this stuff so cheap? Salt. Don't worry, they'll be generating a lot of salt shortly. Yeah, okay, sure. What can I sell you? What can I sell you? 11,000, eh? Okay, so none of my weapons or anything, none of my, like, good weapons. Forged weapons. Sell you this. I could sell you some of this garbage armor, I suppose. I do have some shields, I think, don't I? I do not. No real money to be made over here. A couple of cracked bows, I suppose. Cracked and splintered. Anything here selling for a particularly good price? Doesn't seem to be the case. Does not seem to be the case. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. 10k. Letting 10k go like that? Nah, we can definitely trade something with them. I mean, we've got so many weapons that we're never gonna be able to smelt. So many weapons, right? We're like carrying them around pretending we'll be able to smelt them at some point. One too many. You. There. Sure. Cool. Let's call it there. Done. Tavern District. No one to recruit. I'm wondering if I want to get a hearty meal for my men. Morale's already maxed up. In foreseeable future. We'll get the meal to celebrate our victory. How about that? Leave. Better be able to declare this war without it costing me too much influence. Kingdom screen. I'm glad another war didn't get declared. And again, as much as I would love to go back and do maintenance work and stuff, war with the Kazate or war with somebody is inevitable, and I want to make sure before that war happens, I have a frontier holding for myself. I need it. It's essential. Otherwise, we're going to find ourselves in a similar position we found ourselves previously. Look at that. This feels good. All right, Aserai. Here we are. Here we are again. Brother versus brother. They're all strongly opposed to me. 1,000 influence, man. Oh, it's such a difficult decision. It is such a difficult decision. You know what? They demanded peace. I gave them peace. You gotta give back a little. We need this war. A lot of influence. Goddamn. Partia of the Ishkas declares war on the Aserai. Partia of the Ishkas has declared war on the Aserai despite opposition from his council. It is what it is. It'll be a quick war, at least. It'll be a quick war. Not the war I wanted, but the war we're getting. We'll get Lycaron, and then I'm sure our council will be hoping for peace soon enough. Paying tribute, eh? We'll see. That would suck if I have to end this war in paying tribute. That would be unfortunate. Still not the end of the world. Besiege the town of Lycaron. Indeed. Who does it belong to? Banukild. I believe that's Ruma's, isn't it? Yeah. We're going to lose some relations there. But what are you going to do? How long am I going to go, like, looking for Ruma? Chasing rumors of where she might be. Besiege the town. Get these trebs up. Get all this going as well. Alright, good stuff. They don't have that many defenders. As soon as the walls break, we'll be able to attack. Okay, tournaments being won. No big deals here. Nothing to worry about. All good. All good, all good. Batid gained skill point in engineering. Good stuff. Exactly what I was hoping for. Again, I might be the better engineer already, but it's an opportunity to train him instead. You away. 6 skill points in engineering from one trebuchet, looks like. Who are you? Askiron, fair enough. No one of value. No one of value. Okay, almost done here. Lots of people dying of old age now. Only a matter of time before it's us, right? By the way, I've seen all your opinions with regards to what I might, or what I should or shouldn't do upon Partia Al-Eat's death. Definitely lots for me to consider. That's what I'll leave it at. Lots for me to consider. Done here. Okay. We're good, we're good. I doubt the Aserai will be able to put up a fight. Like, I doubt they're going to come barreling down with 1,000 soldiers. Most of the mercenaries either serve me or the Western Empire right now, so I think we'll be okay. The other army is still out there, isn't it? I do wonder what they're up to. Raiding Segura, okay. Their cohesion's falling apart, though. They're not going to be together for much longer. Hopefully they'll stick together, and it looks like they are already falling apart. Hopefully they'll rejoin, and maybe they'll chase after the other Aserai holding, and we can, you know, be done with the Aserai at least momentarily. Alright, let's go ahead and get these Krebs up. Let's get to work. Finish them off. Good stuff, good stuff. There's our battering ram. Ballista's being cracked. Caravan over here. I need to find a caravan that is filthy rich, like that one caravan, right? But the gained a skill point is now 21. Good stuff. Excellent stuff, really. Calling it good stuff is doing him a disservice. Looks like Fatih might have leveled up, actually. Or he's got a... what's it called? Like a thing we can spend a point on. Focus point on, or whatever. Yeah. Construction expert, speed of building castles and walls increased by 30%, sure. You know, he might actually be a governor. Maybe we'll make him a good governor type. That's not something we've done before. Maybe we do that. Right, come on, keep at it. Break these walls. Come on now. He continues to improve his engineering. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, I think that was the right call to level him up quickly. And like to give him a role that we're sort of missing, right? An ever-growing family of lords and ladies. Engineering is now at 30. Good stuff. Monshug of the Kazate grants. Okay, I was worried that there was a piece there. Really, such a golden opportunity right now being squandered because my nobles, because my vassals could not see the bigger picture. They could not not allow me to hold on to Poros for myself. Hopefully this will be what I need it to be. It is also a bit more centralized, so, you know, maybe it's a blessing in disguise, perhaps. A blessing in disguise. We have to look at the silver lining, right? 276 soldiers. Not much of a defense here. One last hit. I think we should drop that ballista before we go in. There it is. Beautiful. 275 defenders. Shouldn't be a problem. Let's go ahead and make sure we are properly leveled up over here. I suspect we're not going to see too many deaths. I shouldn't have done that, actually. I'd rather have that man on foot for this battle. Though it is also better equipment, isn't it? Yeah, look at that increase to one-handed skill and stuff as well. So it's just better survivability. Alright. Though I don't actually know, what are you armed with? A pole arm. And a warrior's axe, one-handed weapon. Okay. Okay, sure. You've got your big shield as well. Alright, fine. Let's level you up then. At least it's better equipment, even though they're naturally meant to be on horseback. They'll be on foot with better equipment. I think that'll be fine. And we're not scooping anybody up over here. Though we have a lot of options, which is good to see. Which means that when it's time to fill out the garrison over here, we'll have, like I said, a lot of options. Done here. Let's go ahead and lead the assault ourselves. Well, let's make sure our equipment is properly set. Yep, we're good. I don't know why I'm scrolling here. Lead the assault. Let's do it. Let's do it. Win this city and hopefully hold it for ourselves. Oh man, I don't want this war against the Aserai to be prolonged and stretched out. I mean, it's an inevitability. We would have to war with them at some point anyway. But I would like to do it on my own terms. Okay, auto-deploy everybody. We can keep the Trebs out, I think. I mean, this one's fine. This one's kind of a waste. This one's probably fine as well. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of these. And let us begin. A quick work of the enemy here. Flip to the right axe, get rid of the shield. Two-handed, please. Love the flourish. Over to the breach on that side, I think. Go, and hopefully we can clear the jump over here. I haven't been able to for the last Like, while... Oh, well, this was... That was not clean. Over we go. Beautiful. Looks like we got the first kill as well. We as in our soldiers. Now, I could do this riding on horseback, where I could get off the horse and practice using this weapon on foot. Why be a fool, though? Oh, man. The hurt we deliver with this weapon is really something special, isn't it? When we score a hit, that is. Over to this side, rear charge. There we go. Oh, man. Mistimed that. Didn't realize how fast I was going. We're good, we're good, we're good. Oh, come on. How'd you get stuck on the stairs? Like, never happened before. Oh, come on! There we go. I don't know why we're getting stuck on the stairs there. I don't know why the lag is happening every time I swing. Like, why? Why you do this to me, game? Why you punish me like this? We are taking some losses as well, which really shouldn't be happening. They have, like, no defenders. Come on now. There we go. And I've been sandwiched over here. I'm actually stuck here as well now. I think it's just because we have a lot of low-tier soldiers, right? We do have a lot of low-tier soldiers. Come on, men. Sorry about your loss. Moving, keep moving. Oh, am I going to get stuck on the stairs again? Yeah, I am. Really is too bad. We had so many moments where things could have been quite epic, but the stairs stopped us. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Victory is ours. Victory is ours. 21 lost, honestly, more than I would have expected. 58 leveled up, though. We lost ourselves an Aserai footman. We lost ourselves Imperial infantrymen, Valandian footmen, and a Valandian levy crossbowmen. Okay, not too bad. Valandian swordsmen, that hurts a bit. Veteran infantry, militia, mercenary horsemen, levy crossbow, veteran infantry, hired blade, Imperial equite, Valandian vulgar, that always hurts. 10 kills on us. With stuff leveled up a bit as well. Not too bad. Skirmisher, Manavliaton, Legionary, Militia Spearmen, Looters, another Vulgar. Vulgier, Vulgar, I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. Alright, not too bad, not too shabby. Still a little bit more than I would have liked, but it is what it is. It is what it is. That wasn't my cleanest battle, I suppose. Done here. Again, I really hope I can hold on to this for myself. 20 prisoners. Do I have room? I do. I do have room. I don't have room to pick up any recruits. Who among you are worth having? I suppose I could take the sapling. You know what? Let's pick everybody up. We're at a city. We can always ransom them off. Done here? I believe so. It's an easy fight. Pick up all your loot, of course. Done here. Wonderful. Relations decrease with Banu Killed. You don't say. Picking up recruits, dropping off prisoners. Sounds good. What is the state of this war? We would still be paying tribute. There is some support for peace. The next step would be to go all the way up to Gauss Castle and take Gauss Castle, I suppose. Thorios Castle, is it under siege, or are you just, I think it is under siege, isn't it? I think we'd have to rush over to Thorios Castle. Yeah, it looks, I can vaguely see a battering ram there. Oh, look at that. It's actually being attacked right now. Ah, well, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I wish I'd noticed that before we went after Lycaron. 117 troops. I don't know if they'll live long enough for me to get there and relieve them of the siege. I don't know if Calatilde and all are nearby, if they'll be able to help. Probably not. They're out raiding somewhere. It's okay. If Thorios Castle falls, we will reclaim it and hand it back to Calatilde or somebody else if they're more, you know, fitting. I really did not want to go to war against the Aserai, but at least this one, in theory, will be short-lived. Unfortunately, I did not have the option of keeping Poros for myself, which is... Are you also under siege right now? I hate that these icons don't go away. I hate that these icons don't go away. I mean, I could step out for a second here. That will allow me to take a moment to save the game. Where are we? Poros? No, Poros is fine. Poros is fine, but Thorios Castle. Oh yeah, the assault is going to come soon for sure. Well, it's already happening, as we know. It's okay. They will have taken losses. 600 soldiers. They'll take some losses. They'll be down to like 500 or so. We'll push in. We'll take Thorios Castle back in no time, and hopefully that will further, you know, twist the demand of tribute and stuff around. Not exactly where I wanted to be at the end of this session. Oh, and look at that. That's a lot of time wasted. That's a lot of time wasted, and that might actually cost us Thorios Castle. Well, we won't know until next time, folks. I hope you enjoyed this session. It certainly took a left turn. I was not expecting this situation at all. Things were supposed to go completely differently, but because of the demands of our nobles, the demands of our vassals, here we are. War against the Aserai once more. War against the Aserai once more. If you had a good time, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, it makes a massive difference in how I approach content on the channel, what I do more or less of, and how I go about doing it. As always, a massive thanks goes out to all of my channel members and patrons for supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, nestled against the mountains at Lycaron, I bid you farewell.